Welcome back to Maintenance with Mike. So there's another video on my channel that shows how to keep your gravel on your driveway when plowing snow. And I had a plastic guard that I had made for the bottom of the snow plow to keep from pushing the gravel off. You can have a look at that videos on the channel. But most plows come with this type of attachment that you can put on the bottom of the plow, and what that does is allows it to ride and skid across gravel or concrete and stuff and not dig it up. I find these are a bit too small, the surface area. The surface area is about 1.5 inches that it rides on, and I found that those still, when the gravel's not frozen yet, it'll still sort of sink into the gravel a bit. So we've done a version of this on steroids. Here's the new one. Big difference in size. This is about 6 inches of surface area with much larger bolt. I believe this is 1/2 inch to bolt it to the plow, and this will obviously allow for more surface area for it to slide on the gravel. We're going to attach one on each side of the plow, and then when you lower the blade down, it'll skid on these on the gravel as well as that plastic strip as well. So that's the plan. We're going to show you how to do that coming up, and let's get these mounted because they're forecasting a pretty big dump of snow for this area, and it'll be a good test tomorrow. We can take some video of that as well. So let me get things all ready to go here, and we'll start making these up. Okay, first we've got to lower the plow down to make sure this is gonna sure this is going to work here. So this is the idea. So basically we'll sit right here, and then obviously you can adjust it up or down to have more gap to the ground or closer to the ground. Yeah, that's the idea. So let's maybe mark this where we want to put this, and maybe give that a punch. So line that up. We'll do one side kind of roughly where we want to do it, and then we'll measure the other side, make sure we have the same distance. That's kind of the idea. Put it right there. So we can start drilling. Do a pilot hole first, just to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so the first one's through, and then we want to go with a bigger size bit for, let's just check the bolt we're going to use. So this is the bolt that we're going to use to bolt it to the plow. It's a little bit smaller than these. I could, actually, you know what? Let's go with the bigger bolts. So we're going to go with a larger bolt, same size as the stud there, just to make sure it doesn't get ripped off. So we're looking for a drill bit that'll allow that to pass through. So we go this size, and we keep drilling. Up here first, better, and this bracket will drop on here, and let's do another big washer, lock washer, and then a nut. This will go up like that. I see I'm going to have to bend these brackets. This bracket has to be bent out slightly because it's not sitting flat. So let's lower that blade and check that out. See, when that's sitting flat on the ground, this has to be bent down maybe those aren't quite flat enough with this blade. So let's bend those a little bit more, and then we'll come back and bolt it up and see how it looks. Okay, we're over at the vise here. We need to lessen this angle a little bit here, so I think if we put this piece in, maybe a nice big wrench will do the trick. Yeah. Let's go see if that's helping at all. Okay, let's go check and see if that's working. Okay, so we've got the bolt through here. Let's put our spanner underneath here onto the bolt. Let's tighten this up. Okay, that's good and tight. Take the spanner off. You can see how this can ride here. And you can adjust it how high you want this to ride. So let's put a bolt on here and try that. On here. We'll adjust this so we can see and make sure it's flat. Is the idea. And then you put the lock washer on here. So let's try that, see how that works. hitting the ground. I'd say that bracket needs to be bent down just slightly more. It's not quite sitting flush. Let me show you. See, there's a little bit of a gap still on the back. So we want to bend this bracket a little bit further towards the ground, just so there's the back of this plate or shoe is touching as well, so it's not digging in the front. We want this to be sitting level. So maybe we'll pop this off, or lower this down so this guard is just hitting, and we'll put a level on here and make sure, we just want to straighten it just a little bit more. And that should get it, allow it to twist back a bit. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we've got the feet adjusted. We're calling them feet or shoes. And basically you can just loosen the top bolt off and tighten the bottom bolt up to allow the shoe to lift up on the blade to move it off the ground. But this is actually giving us a nice fit. We're basically fully on the ground here. It's just slightly higher than this PVC guard that I had installed to keep the blade from digging into the gravel. So that's pretty much exactly what we want. There'll be a bit of forward pressure like this as you're plowing, so that'll maybe even it up a little bit more. It's sitting just slightly back. But yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so we're over on the other side now. We're gonna get this one marked out and punched and drilled, and see if we can get this one mounted. We'll probably do a bit of a time lapse here, just so you can watch the whole thing in case you want to make the exact same pieces. Okay, just getting the right side all tightened up here now. There we go. So that should do it. We'll put it back in the center. Let's drop this down, make sure it works. Yeah, it works well. Yeah, that works great. Thanks again for watching another episode of Maintenance with Mike. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see future videos for this type of project or maintenance things. Then you'll get notified of new videos that we post. So thanks again for watching, and take care. Cheers.